No hombres. No strippers.
¿Quién no está por ahí?
Soy el jefe.
Time I've been with Anali.
So the man says no men and no strippers. You're a little Hindu. And what happens? His sister then decides to set up a stripper anyway. Well, but to be fair, Anali did request a stripper, but Anali claimed that she didn't think that his sister was really gonna, be serious about it. But guess what? The sister was serious about it, and that's how we're in this situation where, of course, Anali decided to go out with some strippers. Now, of course, Clayton doesn't know about this one this week, but it's something that he definitely finds out about in next week's episode. So I'm looking forward to that. But at the same time, though, well, Clayton's sister had other plans for Anali, and that is pretty much getting her drunk, so therefore she could ask her some questions. You could even say interrogate her. But hey, let's get into exactly what Clayton's sister wanted to find out.
Alone, and I'm actually just interested in getting her drunk and finding out who she really is, because drunk words are sober thoughts. How is it living with mom? It's okay for now, but I would like to have more privacy with Clayton since the apartment is so small that she can hear everything. Her own space.
I mean, listen, it's a fair point. It's one hell of a fair point. No one would want to be in that situation.
I agree. Umbilical cord, cut it. You know that she won't. Clayton, it's actually like disturbing. Like, they will not leave each other's side.
I found it quite interesting though how the sister looked rather emotional when she was explaining Clayton's relationship with his mother. Pretty much Clayton and his mom have always been like this. I mean, listen, you could say that these two should have been on Smothered, if anything, rather than 90 Day Fiance. You know what I mean? Because they're that close. But either way, though, that is concerning. I can understand how maybe that could make his sister feel. Maybe she feels neglected. She feels isolated. She feels unwanted. She feels pushed to the side. She feels as if like she's not even her mother's daughter because the mother favors the son, maybe. I mean, to be fair, if we look at Clayton the way he is, you can tell that he has a little bit of a mama's boy tendency here and there with some of his actions. And you can tell that obviously he's been pampered to a little bit, to a certain degree. And he's definitely been sugarcoated for most of his life because the guy's very unaware about how to socialize other people. I mean, look at it this way. When he first met his friend that he had been a game friend with for years, he literally told that guy straight off the bat that his relationship with his woman sexually was not healthy. And anyone that has a social experience or anyone that knows how to navigate themselves around this world would know not to ever throw their woman under the bus in front of anybody. But Clayton took no mercy by doing that. So yeah, I see it now. Now the sister's talking about it, I see it now, 100%. But hey, we continue.
Anali thinks that he wants to move out and be on his own, but they're not going to part ways. Check back in a year. They will still be living together.
Porque no quiero vivir esta situación en el futuro y si es así, pues ya no puedes hacer nada.
Now this is the part that was quite interesting. The fact that Anali wanted to address divorce. There's nothing we can do about it but get divorced. Literally saying it right now, laying down the law that if Clayton marries me, but then decides to still allow his mother to live with us, well, guess what? I'll just divorce him. That is a very strong thing to say. I mean, and to say to his sister as well is crazy. But this is the thing, though. Am I surprised that Anali has said this? Absolutely freaking not. But you see, when it comes to Anali and Clayton, each time they have a conversation, they have a dispute, Anali's always quick to just get up and disappear. She never wants to actually stay around. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm not even surprised. I'm really not surprised at all that she's gone down the route of even saying this. Because, like I said before, in any argument, all she wants to do is basically run. Yeah, but anyway. We continue.
In the situation because Clayton called me the other day and he was like, I want to live my own life with Anali, but he doesn't know what to say to mom.
And that was another clue as well. The fact that he doesn't even know what to say to his mom shows you that he has a very strong connection with her, a very strong bond with her. It's like a binding. Is it a binding bond? Is it a binding bond? Like that's that ritual, spiritual stuff, like witchcraft stuff. I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it feels like that. Because obviously, whenever I cover the show Smothered on my other channel now, MoreMADNESS, if you don't know about it, every single person on that show that is super close to their mum, they all say pretty much the same thing about, I don't know how I'm going to let my mum know this. I don't know how I'm going to let my mum know that. It is always, I don't know how, I'm afraid to. And that's because these mothers will be so close to their children, shook them so much that they give these children this fear that if you ever leave me, I'm not going to be happy with you. If you ever decide to go different ways, then I'm going to be furious with you. You must stay with me at all times. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a nice thing to have. It's not a nice thing to know that you can't even leave and you can't go and grow up to be your own person. And it's crazy because when you have some of these parents out here who do want to smother their children, how do they expect their children to survive once they're gone? Because if their children have become so reliant on their mothers, fathers, whoever it is, what happens when you're not there anymore? How are they going to survive? And to be honest with you, when these people do find partners, it's terrible because like their partners will never feel like they are the number one priority. I can never be with someone that's that close, 100%. I mean, listen, I got abandonment issues, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie about it. So I got to be your priority. Ain't nobody else can ever get in the way. If they get in the way, then I'm out. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah. But anyway, we continue.
It just makes me sad. Thinking about a divorce and you're not even married. You're getting married in 2 days.
Si Clayton no me asegura que la relación será de los dos.
I can understand this. I can understand her wanting to have a certain level of assurance, 100%. But I don't think Clayton knows about that.
You still want to get married?
And that is the golden question. Do you still want to get married given the fact that I told you that he is not going to choose mum over you? Obviously, this is what the sister obviously knows, but at the same time, the sister does say that he does want to choose Andy over his mother. It's just that he doesn't know how to. And it's weird for me to say this. It's understandable based on what I know, based on these shows that I've covered. But does it make it okay? No. Clayton needs to become a man. He needs to grow up and needs to be like, Mum, you need to get the hell out of here. Obviously not in that way, but he needs to be like, Mum, get the hell out of here, okay? Whether you hate me or not, I've got to move on. I've got to grow, and I'm married now, and I've got to make my woman a priority. It's as simple as that, especially if I do plan on having a family with her. I cannot make you a priority over my woman. I cannot make a priority over my future woman. I cannot make a priority over the fact that we may even start a family. Simple as that. And if your mum doesn't like it, well, then the mum doesn't like it. Simple as that. You know? And if his mum is really his mum and she really wants to be supportive, well, then she will understand and she won't make you feel bad about it. But this is the problem. When you have parents that sometimes want to live vicariously through you, or parents who want to always smother you or be around, all that kind of stuff, it is quite disgusting and disturbing that they don't even want to understand that their child has to grow up, as if they haven't been through that process themselves. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. It shocks me more when you have some of these parents who are actually even still married to their spouses. So I said, I'm like, is your spouse like, I wonder how your spouse feels. But nonetheless, though, the question is this: what do you guys think? You know, do you think that it's okay for Clayton to be afraid to tell his mom that she needs to bounce? And also at the same time, what do you think about Anali actually, ended up with strippers, given the fact that Clayton has said no strippers? Now, we could argue and say that should he be telling her what she can do for her own hen do? I guess traditionally you shouldn't be telling your partner what they want to do. Whatever they want to do is up to them. But I understand, because obviously for Clayton now, he literally had just him and his friend on computers the whole day. No connection to everyone else. But the thing is, though, Clayton has to understand that just because he has been raised in a certain way, it doesn't mean that his woman was raised in the same way. And if she's used to going out and having a good time and he's not, well, then you chose this woman and you've got to find a way to make it work. But you definitely can't be setting down the law. Come on now. That's not fair. But hey, you guys let me know what you're thinking. We can talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.